A lot of bad things happening out there, and it's really pointing in the direction of having a rough winter. We're talking about cold conditions and possible power outages. Actually, we know there's gonna be a lot of power outages. So with that, I wanna go over something that I think all of you guys can make this thing. No money's tight, and this thing should cost next to nothing. We're talking about survival skills for SHTF 2022, the winter, the dark winter. Now I know some of you said, well, it was gonna be a dark winter last winter. It wasn't too bad. We didn't have all this world crisis going on like we do now. The attack on fossil fuels is getting real. We hope that here in America it won't be that bad, but European countries, it's looking pretty grim. So stick around and learn about this emergency DIY heat and light option for this winter in 2022. Welcome back again to all the subs. If you're brand new here, like DIY stuff like this for emergency preparedness or news that affects you, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. So look at this thing. This thing's genius. I come up with this idea when I was working on some of our emergency heat and emergency light tactics for, when that power goes out in the winter. As you can see, we're using simple stuff that you probably already have at home. And again, why should you be making something like this? Well, look at what's going on around us. We got major global crises going on multiple fronts. We've got them trying to price us out of fossil fuels, emergency fuels, propane, natural gas, all types of fuels for our vehicles. I can't tell you how many economists are predicting the worst winter we've ever had. Some people are saying recession, other people are saying hyperinflation, other folks that are saying much worse things that has to do with our freedoms. So having small homemade contraptions like this that shouldn't cost you a lot of money is really smart to take care of right now. Right now, the temperatures are still pretty decent. You're not trying to struggle to stay warm. You have resources at your fingertips. You can hopefully still afford some things, and it's pre-crisis for a lot of us. But we might be going into a crazy crisis this winter. Trust me, I hope not. But being ready versus not ready is where we want to be. I don't care what y'all call it. You can call it doomsday prepper. You can call it fear mongering, call it emergency preparedness. You can call it scare tactics, or you can just say it's being smart. And when I say being smart, it's being prepared, being ready for freezing temperatures, being ready for power outages, having emergency heat and emergency light for when the power's out. I just get a kick out of all the trolls out there that try to put this type of stuff down. It's just a matter of being prepared and being ready. Emergency preparedness. When all else fails, having something like this really helps. I can feel heat on my face right now. I can turn it up for light, turn it down for just dim light. You could wrap this thing with foil to deflect light and deflect heat. You could stack bricks right here, stack bricks across the top. Those bricks would heat up and help radiate the heat at a lower elevation instead of losing your heat up to the ceiling. Now, trolls are always going to come along and be like, this thing is useless. It doesn't put off enough heat. The bricks don't put off any more heat. And the fact of the matter is, it does help. It does make a difference. And the bricks, no, they don't put off any more heat, but they absorb and harness the heat and radiate that heat at a lower elevation closer to where you're at than losing the heat to the ceiling. But check this thing out. A lot of people have jars. I love the jars with a handle. Anyone can get their hands on an old soup can. There's all different types of fuels that you can use to burn. And also, do you guys realize that you could cook over the top of this thing if you needed to? Sure, just turn it up, put something across the top. You can cook right over that. You can boil water right over that. This is a way to not only heat an area, give emergency light to an area, you could actually cook on top of this thing. You could boil some water on top of this thing. And what does it take for you guys to go out and get these little basic things that you probably already have at home and make them? Have them on standby, have them ready. I can't tell you guys how heavy on my heart I feel that this winter is gonna be rough for a lot of folks. If it's not the inflation that affects us, not being able to afford our power bills, afford heat, afford food, and worse, global crises that get out of hand. Like I said, European countries right now are not looking good for this winter. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are feeling the same way, if you think it's gonna be kind of a rough winter, and let us know your 2 cents. If you happen to be over there in the UK or any of Poland or any of those countries, let us know what you guys are seeing right now. I already know that those folks over there have been heavily warned in a lot of areas. So I've got a video for you guys to watch. It teaches you how to make this thing step by step. I go through the entire process. Because right now, if you guys want to make these just like this, because it's super easy to make these right now, and you can still buy these little things. This little guy right here, I think I got it on Amazon and it's super cheap. You can buy them right now, and this thing makes it super easy. There's also another way you can make it. You can just put a lid, you can run a wick. You don't have to buy wicks like this one. You can make your own wick. You can put a slit in there for the wick. And like these little punch outs right here, instead of flipping them in, you flip them out, and you can slide the right size of can down inside of your lid. You can be super creative with this process and get it done in a lot of different ways. But the big message that I'm trying to convey is be ready. And this is an option that doesn't have to cost you a ton of money. A lot of you guys have been telling me money's tight, can't afford these big cool contraptions. Well, here's your video to get it done for practically nothing. I want you guys to be safe, prepared, and ready this winter, because I don't think it's going to be an easy one. So be sure to check out this video if you want to learn step by step on how to make this. I made it a while ago, I think last winter. Super cool video. Check it out. Share this video so other folks can learn this skill. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing, guys. We'll see you on the next one.